Welcome. That was a really loud hey, but it's Friday, so be excited about it.
Woo-woo!
Welcome to Wizard World Virtual Experiences. I'm Meg Bonney, co-founder of PureFandom.com. And to my left, maybe, or right, or above me, wherever you're watching, is Liz. Say hi, Liz.
Hey guys, hi Meg.
Hello. She's my co-founder and co-host and co-human in life that I love with all my heart. And we are super pumped to have you here. We're going to geek out over Supernatural. Yay!
Woo!
A few things before we dive into the world of the supernatural. We are streaming to you live on Twitch and Facebook and YouTube, and you're watching from all over the world. And we're so happy you are. Hello, welcome. The virtual panels and fan panels like this one allow you to enjoy a little slice of the Comic Con pie in the comfort and safety of your home. So thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. Wizard World also has free celebrity panels, paid exclusive experiences, and one-on-one private video chats. And you can also get custom recorded messages, which best give ever. Do that. You're giving someone a present, give them a celebrity voice, right? Do that. They're always on sale at wizardworldvirtual.com, and you should definitely check those out. You should check out wizardworldvault.com. It's like walking the virtual convention floor. Memorabilia, like something we'll be giving away today, a little prize. It's very fun, and you can support some of the artists on there. I've already introduced my co-host Liz, but I feel like I want to properly say hello to her. Hello, how are you?
Hello, I'm good. It's been way too long. For those of you that have been to other fan panels that we've done what? Once Upon a Time, Vampire Diaries Universe, Buffy. We have a podcast, Space Cowboys podcast, and we've been on hiatus because like everything's on hiatus, but we are getting it back up next week. It's going to be awesome. I'm so excited for this panel. I think what's amazing about the Supernatural fandom is that there's always an opportunity to jump in. And Meg has been covering Supernatural since Pure Fandom was a blog about vampires many, many moons ago. And I started watching at that time and then stopped. I don't know why, but I've restarted. I'm currently in season 4, even though through my Pure Fandom family, I of course know basically everything that happens, but that doesn't make it not fun to watch. So I'm really excited to geek out. And I think that this is such a special fandom. It's always been very welcoming and just like loving and like a nice little comfort, especially during quarantine when things have been weird. The Spin family is real and I love it.
Absolutely. And there's no shame in your game of being on season 4 of this 15-year show.
It's a great season.
Yeah, season 4 is a great season.
I
And
know.
it's such a good, like you said, it's such a great fandom. It's so welcoming. But it's not like I can watch this show in a weekend show. Like, it's
Right.
like, it is a commitment. So,
Mm-hmm.
welcome, fans old and new. This is a great place to be on a Friday night. I love it.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. And you're watching from Massachusetts, Sacramento, the UK,
Hey.
Georgia, Australia, Maryland, Tennessee, Kentucky, Wisconsin. Those are you're supposed to say.
Indiana.
There you go. Set and Spike.
It's like, oh my gosh, someone else is from Wisconsin, Meg. Nope, you were talking about yourself.
My face. France. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
That's about it. I mean, I kind of remember some high school French, but we're going to stick to what we know here, and that's bonjour.
Mm-hmm.
So you're on season 4, which is a really, really great season.
It's a great season.
What are you loving? What is like what are you vibing on right now?
Honestly, so I would always start watching, well, a little bit of background. I would always start watching the series during October. Like it's one of my October binges just because, I know that's like a little tropey, but I don't care. I love it. I love Spooky Month. You and I both love it so much. So I always start Supernatural.
Spooky Month beer for those who can partake.
There you
and
go.
Beer for Dean Winchester. Felt appropriate.
Exactly.
Go on.
So there's that. And then I usually pick an American Horror Story season I haven't watched yet. We watched Asylum last year. And then Netflix had like, last year was The Haunting of Hill House.
Oh, I think there's like a new season of that too.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's like an anthology series or a continuation. I don't know. But regardless, so we always start, my husband and I, Supernatural again. And this time he's starting to watch a little bit with me. And what I love about the show so much is like particularly around the area where I am, is that it approaches that like yes, there's the family drama, and there's the monsters and the gore, but everything is always a layer deep. Like it feels like an escape, but I also feel like they're touching on some deep themes here. Like when you start to introduce like faith and angels and all this stuff, like, and initially you think when a show goes that route, like that's kind of where they'll plateau, but they just keep going. Like they keep digging in. And I really love the way the show tackles those really serious themes, but it also feels like you can kind of unwind while watching it. Whereas other shows, it's like, I can't watch that right now. Like that's too much. Like I need to relax. Like I still feel like I can relax and have fun when
Yeah.
I'm watching Supernatural, you know?
They do such a good job, this show, of balancing like heavy family drama, like even like This Is Us drama.
Oh
But
yeah.
then they're like, hang on, we're gonna make it real weird and meta too. And I
Yeah.
think like that balance makes it such a fun show, and it's never too heavy, but it always has enough feels that you always feel emotionally connected to it. So
Yep.
I'm excited for you to get to, you have like a whole decade's worth
I know,
of this
which is
show,
exciting.
which is
And
really exciting.
I'm
I
a
would love
little
to watch it again for the first time and like, you know, re fall in love with all these characters.
Well, I'm a little disappointed in myself because I should have watched this whole series on both my maternity leaves. But you know what? That's okay. We got quarantine now. We're good.
Yeah. And you're right,
Um,
it's the perfect show for this time of year because
that's
no
right.
matter what season they're in, there's always like that spooky vibe.
Mhm.
Even when they're doing like really like faith heavy stuff, it's demons are spooky.
They're spooky. And I'm looking at
Mhm.
our Twitch chat right now. We have some folks saying family first. They are just
Yeah.
loving it. It is. It's a family first vibe, and that's always good. I love that, there's, well, we would always love to see them have some love interest, whether it's Dean and Castiel or whoever. I know, girl. It's just great that they don't like rely on that. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's nice.
I do. I enjoy that. And I'm looking at some of the comments too. And um oh, Courtney, I'm with you. Courtney Hayes says, I'm not ready for the last episode. I already know I'm gonna ugly cry.
Oh,
Same. Oh my gosh. When it came on, so there's a new episode of season 15 that aired yesterday. There's no time in my world. I think that was yesterday.
Thursday.
It
Yes.
was it was yesterday or it was a month
I
ago. I don't know.
don't know.
It
Yeah.
was definitely yesterday. It just like hit me like, oh my God, there's only because they have a thing under like the title card. It says like the final season. And like I knew it was the final season, but like it feels extra final now because even like with this wait and it felt like a build up to these last episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what? I've been watching this show since my husband and I started dating. We've been watching it together because I was too scared to watch it alone.
It
And he's
gets
like,
scary.
no, we're gonna do it. Yeah. But
Oh,
I don't know. It's so hard to say goodbye to. It feels like a family. The fandom feels like a family.
mhm.
The storylines are so family oriented. So yeah,
I love
I'm
it.
a single man
Brian
cheer.
Hook, Brian Hook on Facebook says, "Got my wife to watch. It was me, and now she's hooked. Love it." Who else? We got so many different things. Oh, Michelle Cupper on Facebook says, "I'm rewatching, and I'm on season 5 right now. Great season."
It's
Oh,
a really good season. Because I don't know if you know this. I'm sure you heard it over the years, but it's literally been a whole person long on the air. Like it's 15 years of this show.
yeah.
But originally it was pitched to be just a 5 season arc, which makes sense because like all the seeds that are planted up until season 5.
Well, and to my what we were chatting about earlier, which is why you think that show would just kind of like when all those themes started to get introduced, I'm like, oh man, where are they going to go from here? I mean, now I know they're going to go another 10 years, but it's awesome.
I remember thinking at like season 6 and 7, I remember distinctly like being worried about them not getting renewed. And now I laugh. Like, let's see. Oh, yeah, Bobby. Remember, you've seen Bobby, right?
Yes.
Bobby is like
Oh
their like
yeah.
surrogate uncle. Okay. Oh, yeah. I don't want to spoil anything for you,
I already
so
know. It's
earmuffs.
fine.
Yeah,
I used
he
to read I read all your recaps. Like I've been reading them for the last decade. I know what happens.
I was like ugly crying, and I think I was like pregnant or something, and I was like, I can't write this. Like I tried to write a recap, but like I loved Bobby, and that whole it was like the most drawn out character death, but like in such an honoring way. But it's still it felt like, again, not to say this is us twice on our Supernatural fan panel, but I'm gonna like how you knew Jack was gonna die, and
Mhm.
that goes on for like a whole whatever. And,
For
like,
like
you knew
season.
Bobby, yeah, like, that's the premise of the show. But
Mhm.
you knew Bobby was gonna die, but I kept, like I was, like, hoping and hoping and hoping, like, something would change,
No.
and then he just, like, died, and it was really sad. But he's been back for, like you'll see him again. That's the nice thing about this show is, like, no one's ever really dead. Like,
Mhm.
those chuckleheads have died, like, hundreds of times, and they're just like, "We're back. We're back. We're back." The
Heck
snapping
yeah.
will make more sense after you watch season 5. Um, let's see, who else is watching with us? Yes. Oh, hopefully there'll be a movie in the future. Jeannie, I'm with you. That would be awesome.
Yes. Mhm.
My
Should
sister
we
is
see
not watching. Aw,
well,
tell her
who's
to
your
watch
favorite?
it.
Oh, her sister's not watching it?
Is it
What?
because it's sad and it's the last season? Alex, Alex Cutler, talk to me. I want you to tell your sister that I said she needs to watch it. And she can at me on Twitter. We can discuss it at length at Meg Bonnie Writer.
Yep.
I'm here for you. Let's do this. All right. What were you gonna say? My favorite.
I was going to ask who your favorite character was, and then I wanted to ask everyone else who their favorite character is.
Oh my gosh. So I definitely have always really, really loved Dean. And I don't know if it's because I mean, he's so great and he's kind of funny, but he's got a lot of serious stuff going on. Um, but like main characters aside,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go with Charlie. And I know you haven't met her, but
I know.
she's a, yeah, you
I've
probably
seen
know
Cat
of
in the
her.
Cup. Yeah.
Yeah. So Charlie's a really cool character. Like Felicia Day, really kick-ass character. I hated her ending, which everyone ends bloody on this show, so like that's not a surprise. But again, she pops back up, so don't worry. I loved her dynamic. I loved that she's a super nerd. Like there's like a whole like LARPing episode with her where
That's
she's
the
like a,
episode I've seen.
yeah,
It's so good.
it's so funny. And just like her general vibe, she felt very much like a person that we would know or a person in this fandom. So I really liked her, and her relationship with the boys was really cute too. I liked that. Who's everyone else's favorite? Hit
Well,
the
let's see.
comments.
We got hit the comments, and then I'm going to show you guys. We'll do a little presentation. Just, something we whipped up here because we're super professional here at purefandom.com.
YourFandom.com.
Purefandom.com. You're about to see some very sophisticated graphic design here. And by sophisticated, I mean not in the slightest. Okay, let's do this. Look at that. Look at that title slide.
Girl, it's gorgeous.
It's beautiful. Well, I will say I found this fan art online, and it is absolutely stunning. So if you know someone that did it, please let us know. And also, there is still time to enter our fan art contest. We only
Yes.
have one submission, and it's a beautiful photo. Someone or a piece of art
Hmm.
drawing. Someone drew Jared Padalecki's eyes, and it's amazing. And if you want to compete with them for our fan art contest, head to @pure_fandom on Twitter, and you will see the little fan art thread action, and drop your fan art in there. Drop your fan art in the thread, and then if you want to win a prize, follow and tweet us your favorite character, and we'll pick someone at the end of this panel.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we've got some early submissions. Crowley, Ruby, Rowena, Charlie.
Oh, love it.
Dean. Yes.
Love it. Love it.
Ruby was a great character.
Ruby was a great character. I have seen Ruby. That's Katie Cassidy, right?
Yes. Yes and no. There's multiple. That's the great thing about the demons is they can like
Oh,
switch
that's
out.
right. I love it. Okay, walk us through. Oh, I already went there. But
You
let's
already went there, but we're gonna hit the emojis. We are going to virtually cheer our favorite characters. Give it up for Jack. Yay! He borrowed a mint. Well, he didn't borrow it because he didn't give it back. That would be weird. He took a mint from me at Comic-Con. Hey,
He
Jack.
did?
I felt
I was
very
gonna say, if
special.
he gave it back, that would be not very COVID
He
friendly.
was like, thanks, we're done now. Oh, it was
Love it,
fun.
love it. All right, let's go to the next one. Ooh, look at that fierce dress.
Yay! Oh my gosh, her eye makeup. I cannot wait till you get to the Rowena season so you can fully appreciate it. But like she is always ridiculous. Like all done up. Love it. But that's Rowena.
Love it. Her makeup is fantastic, and so is everything else.
Oh. So you love him, but you hate him, but you also love him. It's Chuck/God.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I can't all the way clap for you right now. I'm kind of mad about it. I'll just pretend clap. I don't know. What do you guys think?
In real life, he's great.
Yes.
We have
I think yes.
Marcy Northrup Tabar said Rowena and Crowley get some amazing lines. The writers must love them. Oh yeah.
They do. They have a lot of zingers,
Mm-hmm.
one-liners and such. I do love Rowena. Boys, oh my god, look at all those layers. Yay.
Gosh, the jean jacket, the pearl snaps, the V-necks, the hair, the car.
I know, right?
It's too good.
It's a very good aesthetic,
Mm-hmm.
everything that's happening here. And of course, they're everyone's favorite. Like, they are the show. They are the heart of the show. They're the heart of the story. I love
Well,
you guys.
I can't be forgetting anyone. We might as well just move on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, never mind.
What?
Come on.
It's Cass.
It's
You
Cass.
gotta love Cass. Oh, wait. Here he is. He's flying in to make his cameo. Hello, it's me, Cass.
Oh, hey, Cass.
How's it going, Liz?
It's going great.
Can you tell we have kids and we make little dolls talk for? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Hey,
fun.
I got my Mystique and I got my Alien. I got
Oh,
my.
nice.
Oh my gosh, we have so many amazing comments. Tammy Hudson said slow clap for Chuck.
Like a good or a bad one. Like, we appreciate you for
Whatever they
existing.
want. Whatever they want.
He's so good. It's like such a good bad guy. That he's so charming and I want to punch him. And then if you go in the earlier seasons where he's just great before he got real like, yeah. Big fan. Big fan, Tammy.
Courtney Hay says I've never cried so much watching a show until I watched Supernatural. Oh, hope those are happy tears. Hope those are feels tears, girl.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Alex says Cass is my favorite, Alex Cutler. Like for a very long time. And like I still love Cass so much.
Mm-hmm.
I loved him so much when he was extra naive and would just say the dumbest crap because he's an angel and he like didn't really get how to exist with them.
Right.
Oh my gosh. I loved it. Well done. Well done, slideshow queen.
Woo! Oh, Stephanie White says, will we ever get Adam out of hell?
Yes. Stephanie, spoiler alert. Yes. What season are you on, girl?
No.
You also at me on Twitter. We'll talk about it.
Sorry, Steph. Love ya.
Well, it's technically like his shell, but he's like partially in control. And it's Michael the Archangel. It's like a whole thing. Like it's a whole thing. This whole show can be described as it's a whole thing.
It's
you
a
know?
whole thing.
It's a whole thing.
Which is why we love it. I mean, that's like me in the Vampire Diaries universe. I'm like, oh, it's like it's body jumping other side of a situation.
So we talked about characters. Liz, I know you have a smaller window, so I'm going to take this question I'm asking myself about favorite episodes.
Yep.
And favorite arcs. So a lot of people, their favorite episodes of this show are the very meta, like funny.
Mm-hmm.
There's one in season 6, I think it is, called Changing Channels. Fact check me, someone. Maybe not Stephanie, girl. You need to catch up. Just kidding. I love you. It's called Changing Channels, and they're in like an alternate universe where Supernatural, the show, exists, and they're actors, and it's so good. I think it's season 6. I think it's season 6, Changing Channels. Like each season has like a really meta episode after 5, it feels like. Um, but yeah, that one is really, really good because they're playing themselves and they're trying to get through a scene of the show based on their life, but they're actually them. So they're trying to act and they don't know what to do with their hands. It's the most ridiculous thing. And I think the other one that I really, really love because it's such a love letter to the fandom, and I think it's like called fan fiction or something like that. What's the musical episode? Someone tell us.
I'll get
Um,
you. I'll get you.
that one is there's because there's a book series that is written about the
Fan
boy's
fiction.
life. Is it called fan fiction?
That's it. Yeah, fan fiction.
I don't know
200
why.
episodes.
Yeah, I know. I know
Mhm.
all these weird things. Yeah, the 200th episode. Oh, I'm sorry. The French Mistake. That's the other one. That's the one where they're That's the one where they have to act like them, right?
Mhm.
I have 15 years of this show. It's hard to remember everything. Changing channels is when they're stuck in different TV shows. That's what it is. They're
So
in
good.
different TV shows. French Mistake is when they're in like our world, acting as Jared and Jensen. And
So
Misha is not Cass. Hey, Mike.
Mike, Grand Mike of Oz just said, "Hey, what's up,
He
Mike?"
he said shred it, and I think he means he also likes French Mistake. Um, the musical episode, which I think if you've seen that episode, it's 200th episode. It's definitely like a love letter to the fandom because it's a musical written about the book series that is written in the show by Chuck, who is actually God, and it's like the Chronicles of Sam and Dean. But these like fangirls of this book series in the show write a musical and they do it at their school. So it's like legitimately supernatural on stage, played by all girls because it's an all girls school. It's like the best thing I've ever seen. And I remember like sobbing. I remember like downloading the songs. It wasn't even that long ago, but it was so good and it was so like touching. So I want to know if you guys could just comment what was your and the Scooby Natural episode, that was another one of like the funny meta episodes. What was your favorite song in fan fiction, the musical episode? Tweet
Ooh,
us,
good question.
comment.
And we know there's a little bit of a delay, so we'll give you guys a minute to catch up.
Yeah, that one was really good though, Liz. I cannot wait till you get to that because
I'm excited.
it's all the stuff like the fandom talks about and like the tension and like the sexual tension that we see in characters that like isn't really touched upon in the show, but these people, these young girls are like making out and he's like, "Whoa, what's happening?" And it's just so funny because it's like all of our little things that we talk about on Twitter and stuff, but it's like them confronting those things that we talk about on Twitter. It's a whole big thing.
It's a whole big
Hashtag
thing. Exactly. It's a whole big thing.
Wayward Son. Oh, Tammy Hudson, Wayward Son is so, they sing this really, really slow version of Carry On Wayward Son in that.
Oh, I've heard it.
Oh my God. I
I
think
know.
I sent it to you like a psycho. Like,
Oh yeah.
you need to listen to this song.
I can't wait to experience all these things like as a
Yes.
viewer because it's like running, we purefandom.com, our website. We were a blog before that called Teen Supernatural Dramas, Team TSD, and now we're a pop culture website. And it's like this has been going on for what, like over a decade. And so with again, what I love about the fandom of like, the CW shows, sci-fi, fantasy, they like I still know what's going on, but not in a spoilery way. And
Hmm.
I'm not mad about it. And it's like I can't wait to watch. There's nothing like watching something for the first time and getting those feels. Like it's the freaking best.
Yes. And
Awesome.
it gets better because it just like pulls you in more and you feel like you're part of the family even more. And everyone is commenting. Clara, Courtney, Tammy, they all said Karen Wayward Son. Alex said Cass's song, I'll Just Wait Here. Oh, he just was like waiting under a lamppost. Just like waiting. It's so sweet. It's such a good episode and I absolutely love that episode. I think that might be my favorite. For a long time I would say Changing Channels and French Mistake, and I don't know why I just like mush those together in my memory, but 15 years, guys.
I know, 15 years.
15 years.
Well,
Do
do we
you
want to do? I think we are on the same page.
trivia? Trivia?
Let's do it.
Okay. Let's do some trivia. All right. So, you get my questions ready and everyone watching at home or in your bunker, Men of Letters bunker, if you have one. Probably don't, but it'd be really cool if you did. All right. No, Liz, if you want to play along at home, you may.
I know.
All right, ready, guys?
Let's do this.
I think I'm ready. Okay. Who broke the first of the 66 seals on Lucifer's cage and how? Who broke it and how? The first seal.
I do know this one. And it's not because I have the sheet with the answers. I knew it before I
I definitely know this answer. Looking right at me.
What are we giving away? Well, there's a little bit of a delay.
Well, I'm glad you asked. We have a Mark Pellegrino autograph.
Woo!
Yes. Love, love, love. Okay, guys.
But we're gonna give that. Are we gonna give that away at the end, or we want to give it away first?
I believe we should give that away at the very end. So the other prizes we have the Mark Pellegrino autograph. We have a supernatural mask up. Do it. We also have a book that happens to have 2 different references to supernatural hidden away from her editor because she told her not to include them. But they're in here and you can find them. Well, one of the hints is that fanfiction green is mentioned, and I feel like you guys know what that means.
Wait, Meg, that book looks so awesome and interesting. Could you tell me a little bit more about that?
I'm so glad you asked, Liz. This is Everly. It's a book that I wrote. It is a YA fantasy novel. It's the first in the series. It's got these little fun awards on it. It's very fancy. It's super cool. And if you guys go to my Twitter at Meg Bonnie Writer, there's like a whole big thing about it. And yeah, let's go to the winners here. Let's see what we got. Anthony on YouTube, Anthony Murray on YouTube said Dean broke the first seal when he tortured souls in hell. Good job.
Well, clap, Anthony. Good job, Mr. Murray.
That's correct. And we are going to give you, should we do a mask?
Let's do a mask.
Let's do a mask. Anthony, why don't you go ahead and email Liz, right?
Email Liz at purefandom.com and Meg at purefandom.com.
We'll hook you up.
We'll get it to you.
Okay. Next question. Is everyone ready? I'm going to assume that silence from my computer is a big yes. Okay. What is the name of Castiel's vessel? Full name, first and last. It's a hard one. It's not a hard one because when you hear it, you're like, oh yeah, but it hasn't been like a thing in a while, so. And
so
again,
true fans might be like, or people caught up might be like, oh, I don't remember.
Yes, and if you haven't done like a rewatch in a while, it's kind of further back. So I tested all of these on my husband, we haven't done a rewatch in a while.
Okay.
And he knew. Oh, Tammy Hudson. It's Jimmy Novak.
Tammy, get it, girl.
Right? Tammy, get after it. Same instructions, Tammy. Email Liz at Pure Fandom and Meg at Pure Fandom.
Yes.
And you are going to get a copy of this book. And if you let me know if you find the references, please email me and I'll hook you up with something else cool from Supernatural. We'll work it out, girl. Me and you, Tammy.
Nice. Good job. Okay.
Okay, next one. This one's easy because I feel like we should encourage people who are just joining the fandom.
Yes.
I think that's a good thing to do. You know, new fans and old.
Heck yeah.
What is the name of the car that is a character on this show?
Come on.
We have to encourage everyone, Liz.
All right.
Because in the very early seasons, I don't know that they like officially like name the car. I know it's mentioned, but I think it's really like solidified in later seasons too. Brandy Nash, first on Facebook, said baby. Of course it's baby.
Yay!
We love you, baby.
Good job, Brandy.
All right. And Brandy, if you could just email Liz at Pure Fandom and Mag at Pure Fandom, we'll hook you up with prize 2. Okay. And then we'll move down to, this is definitely a later season question, but I like it. What is Jack's mother's name? Jack's mother's name.
Ooh.
Don't know if you know. Jack is Lucifer's son. So he's got a vibe.
Let's say you're getting okay. Let me see. I'm trying not to pull up the answers. I want to hide them.
Trying to mix it up, you know?
Mm-hmm.
New and old.
15 years of fandom. Like, it's hard to,
Right.
how do you cater to 15 years of fandom? I mean, it's like you got to cater to the people that are still watching every single day, people that are just starting. That's, you know, the beauty of Netflix. I love it.
I do love it. I was looking at like different ways to kill different monsters, and I was like, that feels oddly specific. Oh, Genie4, first on Twitch, said Kelly Klein. That's correct. Very good. Okay, you email us too. We're going to get you a prize.
Yeah, girl.
Okay. So Liz at Pure Fandom and Meg at Pure Fandom. Go ahead and email us. All right. Last question. This one's kind of hard, but again.
Is this for the autograph?
This is for the autograph.
Okay.
Okay. What is the name of the bar that Ellen and Joe owned? The name of the bar. Full name. Speaking of bar.
No, I'm waiting for. Oh, here we go.
Cheers.
Cheers, girl.
Drink water if you're not of age to drink.
Exactly. I'm so excited while we're waiting for this answer to come in to start our podcast next week. We should talk about Supernatural on it. Aren't we going to do like just pop culture fun? Like just straight up nerd TV stuff?
Absolutely. Okay, so, So we kind of have like the right answer from 2 different people.
Let's give them both a prize.
Okay. Both.
Yeah, Mike. All right,
Thanks,
let's
Mike.
do it.
Okay, so the right answer is Harville's Roadhouse. So it's like both of them together. And BJ Wright said Harville's, and Ladybug CCG said Roadhouse. So guess what, y'all? You both won. Email us, Liz at Pure Fandom and Meg at Pure Fandom. Congratulations on knowing stuff, guys.
Way to go.
Way to be. Thanks, Mike. Get back to your cheese. We love it.
Wait, what are you making? Is he making? Are you cooking something like, I mean, if you're shredding cheese, like you're doing some like, well, it is Friday night. It's British Bake Off night. Are you baking something serious?
I'm going with pizza.
That sounds amazing.
Yes. Well, you know, cooking and food is definitely a big part of Supernatural, right? Like now that they're in the bunker, Dean has been cooking and whipping up all sorts of good things. So it's all connected. A 15-year show can connect anything. Welcome. All right. So I also want to talk to you about, we're getting to the end of a show. Many shows have ended on a high. Some of them not so much. We don't know how this show is going to land. I'm sure it's going to be amazing. 15 years of no disappointment from me.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Yeah.
What has been your favorite? Like, what do you hope for Supernatural? Do you hope it's going to have what show like had the really, really good send off, and what show had a really bad one that you're like, oh God, I hope it's not a this. I hope it's more like a this. So what had a good one for you?
So a couple of notes on that. I think I trust that the show will do it well, because this is a series, and we talked about this in the beginning, that sticks to the foundation of what makes the series great. You know, like there's never any like weird jump the shark kind of, and I hate that term, but you know what I mean. It's late, and I'm 2 White Claws in, so I'm trying to. There's no like jump the shark things. Like
Oh
it's all
wait, can I just tell you? There's an episode called Jump the Shark. It's
see.
when they meet their half brother, Adam. Someone talked about Adam.
Mhm.
Stephanie? I think
Yep.
that was Stephanie.
Well, and it's the show's very self-aware, and I think
Mhm.
when you give that level of transparency to an audience, and when you kind of have that humility of, and I mean this in a loving way because I blinking love CW shows, but it's like they're a show on the CW. It's a horror show. It's campy. And it's amazing because of that. And they've always embraced that and loved that. And I think that's what makes the series great. When you look at a show like, and I have a whole podcast on Game of Thrones. And that was just so heartbreaking to me because I felt like with that finale, without some spoiling it for some of you, I felt like there was a lot of shock value and a lot of rushed things. And I know there are a lot of factors that go into that, but it didn't feel authentic to what made the show great. It's not like, I think some of the characters in Game of Thrones, like Jon Snow, for example, where he ended up, I thought, yes, that made sense. But how we got there, I didn't really like. And
Mhm.
so I think it wasn't authentic to what the show does, which is building and, momentum. And then there's like the boom. And then in the final season, it was just like, "Bleh," and you're like, oh my God, this is so much to process. Like, what is happening? I felt like this was supposed to be 2 or 3 seasons, and it was compacted into like 7 episodes or however long it was. And with Supernatural, there's not that worry.
Mhm.
That's why it ran for 15 years. That's why the fandom is so loving and positive and fun. And it's because they always stick true to what made the show great. So I'm worried about it. And plus I still have 10 seasons to catch up. So I don't have to get sappy about it yet.
See you in 20 years. Just kidding. So
Exactly.
Tammy says she hopes it's not Tammy Hudson. I'm talking like we're old friends.
Oh,
Tam.
Tammy. I love Tammy. Yeah. What's up, girl?
Tammy
Or
hopes it's
guy.
not like the Lost ending, which I didn't watch all of Lost, but I heard that was a very Game of Thrones letdown-ish type
It,
thing.
again, that season was, and I can speak on that a little bit. And I know we're running up on time and Mike's making cheese, but you bring up Lost and I got to say my piece. And I agree with you, Tammy, because it felt like they were trying to end on this momentous thing. And it was like the final scene in Lost. Again, I think that was a great final scene, but how we got there was like, am I supposed to know am I supposed to understand this? Like they presented it as if we're supposed to get all these answers to these questions, and there were new questions being introduced while the answering was and it was like, oh my God. And this may be an unpopular opinion, but season 4 of Lost, I believe it was 4, was during the writer strike in Hollywood, and it was a shorter season. It was kind of all over the place, but I actually really liked it. It was really nerdy and weird, and it was all the like time travel and all that kind of stuff. And I felt like that season made more sense than the final season.
Yeah, you don't like to see that.
So
That's
I,
not
I
good.
get it, but that show, I mean, how I feel about Carlton Cuse, so I can't.
Oh my gosh, Brian Hook, he said he thinks that God's gonna reset everything and they wake up like on the first episode. Brian,
Brian, slow clap for Brian.
that's a real I want that because like
Amazing.
then they have another chance to like live life normal. Maybe like there's no monsters.
Oh, and but it's also like, and again, this is coming from someone that's 10 seasons behind, but
Get it?
but that again, I think that is so true to the story, in that it is, the story is so rooted in faith and belief, and faith, not faith like religious faith, but faith in your family and yourself. And so when you end on something like that, and it leaves this question of what can be, what should be, what still matters, what does this mean, those are really big questions that this show attacks and approaches very well,
Hmm.
and leaves us thinking, but not in a way, like not in like a baity way where we're going to end on this big cliffhanger that doesn't make sense. Like it still makes
Hmm.
sense in a way. if that makes sense.
That's what Camilla says too. Camilla says, I hope there won't be any big cliffhangers. I hate when shows stop with that.
Mhm.
Agreed. Oh, and Monique says, hope Sam and Dean find love and happiness and kick ass till they get old and their kids then take over.
Ah, love it.
I love it. And I love like talking about this show. It's such a fun show to chat about. And if you still haven't sent in your fan art, there's still time to do that. Just do it on our Twitter.
We'll announce
It's,
it on our Twitter, and we'll give you guys the weekend. How about that? Because a lot of y'all watch this after the fact. We know it's really
yeah.
hard Friday night sometimes after working, so we'll announce it on Sunday.
Yes. And I know there's a lot on Tumblr. So like if you guys are on Tumblr, let those people know. Hit us up. I love the fan art. It's a great show for fan art.
Mhm.
So many cool things that have come out of it. So very excited to see it. This was really fun to chat and talk about Supernatural. It's such a fun way to spend my evening
Thanks, girl.
with my friend.
Next week. Thank you, Mike. I'm sure your cheese is great. Love it.
Shred it. Hey.
Shred it.
He's like, oh God.
All right, don't forget to follow us at @pure_fandom on Twitter, and we'll do the fan art contest. And we're gonna start. Personally, I'm gonna start publishing on purefandom.com again because we're going to be doing our podcast. Mega's been recapping up a storm. Check her out. You're a goddess. Cheers to you.
Samesies, girl. Cheers. And then don't forget to follow us and then comment with your favorite character. We're going to pick a winner from that too. So do all that. You guys still have time to do that when you're watching the replay. So we'll give that through the weekend too.
Perfect.
Right?
Mhm.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.